In the headline, police kill one kidnapper, rescue pastor in Ebonyi. President Buhari to attend Gulf of Guinea summit in Ghana. AKK gas pipeline project fully funded by NNPCL, now at 70% completion. And on the international scene, Sudan factions agree to 72-hour ceasefire as foreigners evacuated. Hello and welcome to Trust TV News Update. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thank you for joining us, and now the news in full. We'll start with security. Men of the Nigerian police force have rescued a pastor, Nicodemus Ude of the Nigeria Reformed Church Edufu Egbu, Ishieke in the Ebonyi local government area of Ebonyi State. According to information gathered, Ude was initially kidnapped and eventually let go by his captives following a distress call to members of the public by his assistant, who was with him at the time of the incident, to block the road, and the kidnappers intended using the exit to exit the area with their victim. In a statement by the Ebonyi State Police Command spokesperson, SP Onome Onovwakpoyeya, the kidnappers were intercepted along Ndofia Ishieke and Edufu Egbu Ishieke in Ebonyi, where they abandoned the victim and took to their heels while exchanging gunshots with the police to pave way for their escape. Onovwakpoyeya said that the Commissioner of Police in the state, CP Faleye Olaleye, mobilized his teams and the divisional police officers of Ebonyi Division to cordon off and barricade marked out areas upon receiving the message that a clergy had been kidnapped. He said that the kidnappers were overpowered by the firepower of the police, which led to one of them being neutralized and the arrest of two other principal suspects. Items recovered from the suspects include 2 AK-47 and 1 rifle, as well as 2 vehicles, including that of the victim. Meanwhile, a 50-year-old farmer, Olaoluwa Olurofemi, was on Sunday night killed killed as 8 other persons were wounded in a fresh attack on Ago Oyimbo at Ala Forest Reserve in Akure North local government area of Ondo State after an invasion by people suspected to be herdsmen. Daily Trust gathered that the herders wreaked havoc on the people, who were mostly farmers, in the middle of the night without any challenge. The spokesperson for the community, Samuel Olowo Lafe, who spoke with reporters in Akure, said that the state capital said the heavily armed herders also looted the property of the victims. The Nasarawa State Police Command says it has arrested a 24-year-old suspected car snatcher, Aondofa Chanza, for allegedly stealing a Toyota Sienna bus belonging to his father. A statement signed by the State Police Public Relations Officer, Ramhan Nansel, and obtained by Trust TV in Lafia, the state capital, on Monday, said that at the time of the incident happened, all efforts by the command to recover the vehicle from the suspect proved abortive. The suspect, according to the statement, was later apprehended on April 22nd, 2023 in his hideout at Karo Village area in Karo local government area of the state. The SP Nansel narrated that when the suspect was interviewed on the whereabouts of the vehicle, he confessed to have sold the vehicle to one Sunday Ola of Kurudu, FCT Abuja, at the rate of 1,400,000 naira, stating that the suspect led the police to FCT, and the process, the receiver of the vehicle was apprehended and the vehicle was recovered. Meanwhile, the AG, Commissioner of Police for the FCT, Ahmed Musa, has met with traditional rulers of both the Hausa and Bagi communities in Gwarimpa to broker peace between both groups. The meeting was also to deliberate on possible collaborations necessary to keep the youth in check and oust troubleshooters in the communities. It followed a mild tension along 3rd Avenue at the Gwarimpa axis of the Federal Capital Territory due to a squabble between some Hausa and Gbagi youths on Saturday. The fracas between the two groups led to serious injuries on 2 youth who were conveyed to the hospital, where one was eventually declared dead after attempts to attend to his wounds failed. A statement by the FCT Police Public Relations Officer, Josephine Ade, said one suspect has been arrested and is currently assisting the police in their investigation to ascertain the immediate and remote causes of the crisis. The statement said that the Acting Commissioner of Police in charge of the FCT has charged the traditional rulers to consistently encourage the youth to imbibe peace and pursue grievances through the legally approved channels rather than taking laws into their hands. She said the police has intensified surveillance patrols in the areas to monitor the situation to ensure that it does not further escalate. The Plateau State Police Command says it has uncovered a plan by suspected hoodlums to attack Plateau State Assembly Complex. The police said the intention of the perpetrators was to cause breakdown of law and order. A statement issued on Monday by the spokesperson of the command, Alabo Alfred, said the Commissioner of Police in the state, Bartholomew Onyeka, has enhanced security around the State House of Assembly complex as proactive measure to prevent such villainous plan. The CP further urged the peace-loving residents of Plateau State to continue to give useful and timely information to the command to enable the police respond quickly to distress calls from the public. He also advised parents and guardians to caution their wards and children not to be used by selfish persons as tools to perpetrating evil capable of distorting the peace currently enjoyed in the state, urging everyone to go about their lawful businesses as he will do everything within his constitutional powers to sustain peace in the state. Meanwhile, a community in Jos North local government area of Plateau State has called for unity, love for one another irrespective of marked differences in order to achieve sustainable development. The community made call on Monday during a one-day community introspection colloquium organized by the Jos Political Coalition Forum. Ado Musa completes the report.
With the theme Rebranding Politics of Jos, using peace building as a tool for growth, the group said, despite several crises that hit the state, especially Jos North, people must come together as one entity and embrace one another, irrespective of their religious or ethnic backgrounds. The group said, although crises have impacted on the community, they were still confident that if people of Jos will reorganize themselves and have better representation, they will be able to achieve their socio-economic gain for the area. Speakers at the event spoke on the history of Jos, past experiences and how peace could be attained.
Which was very, very unfortunate development. So many lives were lost, and so on and so forth because of the marginalization. Thank you. And also appointment of Malam Ado Muhammad M. Ibrahim as the Education Secretary too brought about crisis.
Understanding your history determines that is your participation at present. We are part of Jos. Our grandparents are part of Jos, and we are born here and we grew here. Now we need to evaluate our history and then to know our level of participation. In every society, you find that as time goes, that society keep on metamorphosizing into different things.
Sounding modest. Throughout my secondary school days in St. College here in Jos, I was the only Muslim in my class from Form 1 to Form 5, but I was the best in Bible knowledge from Form 1 to Form 5. When I wrote my WAEC, I had 1. Excellent in Bible knowledge.
While speaking at the event, the Secretary General of Jama'atul Nasrul Islam, Sheikh Khalid Aliyu, called on religious leaders to use Islamic values to promote peace.
Looking at the healthy story of the past conflict violence, which has not taken us anywhere. Therefore, it is indeed important to have some introspection, to look inward and see how we can better the living situations. Since we have enjoyed peace for some time, then I think nothing can be equated with peace.
One of the conveners of the event, Baba Akau, said, the essence of the program is to sensitize the people on how to ensure development of the community. Other speakers at the occasion also stressed on the need for all to cooperate for the development of the community.
President Muhammadu Buhari will depart Abuja for Accra on Tuesday, April 25th, to attend the third extraordinary session of the Assembly of Heads of States and Governments of the Gulf of Guinea Commission. According to a statement by his spokesperson, Femi Adesina, the president is scheduled to participate and deliver remarks at the high-level discussion on strategies for strengthening peace and security in the fight against maritime-related crimes in the region. As the immediate past chair of the Assembly, the president had championed collective efforts by member states of the region, the Economic Community of Central African States, ECAS, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, the Gulf of Guinea Commission, GGC, and their partners to address and prevent piracy. As Nigerians prepare for the May 29th inauguration ceremony that will bring President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu into office, a crowd of supporters welcomed him back into the country on Monday. Noel Samson was there at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport and witnessed the arrival. And the report.
The plane conveying the President-elect Bola Tinubu landed at the presidential wing of the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport at about 4:20 p.m. local time. A large crowd is here to welcome the president-elect, who is accompanied by the Speaker, House of Representatives, and other leading members of APC. With Tinubu gone for about a month, it seemed political activities that would determine the direction of the incoming government were stalled. Now, those activities can resume to the delight of the party faithful, who believe his coming to power will bring about progress in all aspects.
This man is going to give Nigeria a new hope. Then hope will be waiting for. Whether you're a young man, you're an old, it's going to carry everybody along. It's going to be a teamwork. So that's why we are all here to support him, to support all our electorate who have given him the mandate for him to become the president-elect, and Shettima himself to become the vice president-elect. So we are happy, and that's why we are here. We are here to show him our support. We are here to show him our solidarity to all Nigerians.
Now that he's back in solidarity, we are all gathered to encourage him, to ensure that he comes by May 29th, he will hit the ground rolling. And what are the issues for Nigeria, for contemporary Nigeria? We're talking about the economy. We're talking about security. We're looking at the fragmentation in terms of the differences that was demonstrated by the opposition. Differences in religion, in ethnicity, and regionalism. These are the contemporary issues, which I know Asiwaju, with so much capacity over the years, will unite Nigerians so that we can all develop in a rapid sequence manner.
We should expect a whole lot in the positive direction. Look at what he did in Lagos State from 1999 to 2007. So there is no doubt that we can preempt what is likely going to happen in Nigeria, counting from 2023 to maybe 2031, I want to believe.
So Nigerians will be happy to see this quintessential president unleashing development and real development in the real sectors of the economy.
All means of speaking to the president-elect was not successful because of the mammoth crowd present at his arrival, but he has his work cut out for him in the following days. The immediate assignment right now is to set forth the strategy to produce the leadership of the two chambers of the National Assembly, which will align with the party's choice and fine-tune the zoning arrangement that will be acceptable to all. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
The All Progressive Congress, APC, in Taraba State has expelled a governorship aspirant of the party in the just concluded 2023 general elections, David Sabo Kente, for alleged anti-party activities. The party also suspended the senator-elect for Taraba South District, David Jimkuta, for anti-party activities during the elections. At a press conference in Jalingo, the state capital, the chairman of the party, El Sudi Ibrahim, asked Sabo Kente to stop parading himself as a member of the party, adding that he has recommended the senator-elect of the to the National Executive Committee office for expulsion. Sudi insists that he remains the chairman of the party as reinstated by the court against the controversies of a vote of no confidence passed against him by some members of the state's working committee. You're watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming up, we'll take a look at how children enjoyed Eid celebration in their own ways. Stay with us.
Good morning, Nigeria. Year after year, they have informed, educated, and entertained us. When you needed information, knowledge, or an escape.
From generation to generation, the Nigerian broadcasting industry has worked tirelessly to serve you.
And now, this service will finally be recognized.
Come May 17th this year, broadcasters all over Nigeria will gather at a hotel and suites for the maiden edition of the Nigerian Broadcasting Awards, an award ceremony set to reward hard work and excellence in the broadcast media. Voting starts on 20th April and ends on 4th May 2023. Visit www.tnbawards.ng to vote now. They've served and they're still serving. It's time we say thank you. This award is organized by the Broadcasting Organizations of Nigeria, Bonn.
Trust TV, documenting the Nigerian story.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Trust TV News Update. And here is a recap of our top stories. We brought you police kill one kidnapper, rescue pastor in Ebonyi. And President Buhari to attend Gulf of Guinea summit in Ghana. Now moving on to more stories. Laying of the pipeline for Nigeria's Trans-Sahara's gas project, the AKK has now attained 400-kilometer distance, representing 68% of the right-of-way from Ajaokuta in Kogi State to its destination in Kano. This came to the fore during a routine inspection led by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC) Limited management team on Monday in Ahoko, Kogi State. Chamon Dabeng reports.
The Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano AKK pipeline, which is being developed by the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited, is a 614-kilometer-long natural gas pipeline which will originate from Ajaokuta and pass through Abuja and Kaduna before ending at a terminal gas station in Kano. The project is estimated to cost $2.8 billion and forms the first phase of the Trans-Nigeria gas pipeline. Work at the AKK pipeline is ongoing despite rumors that NNPC Limited has lost its financiers due to an alleged 570% inflated contract sum.
This project has not stopped for one day. We are continuing to fund it despite the fact that we do not have third-party financing on this project. We have so far spent over $1.1 billion on this project from our cash flow. So we do not need any support on this project. We will deliver this project. As we speak now, our contractors, we don't owe $1 to our contractors today. Yes, there are challenges, security issues. We have lost men and we are so sorry to their families. We continue to share their grief. 70% of all welding work have been completed. There are very many other components of this project. So once you are able to complete the welding and put certain basic installation, you can actually flow gas into this line, and as other parts of the project continue to be delivered. This line will flow 2 billion scoop of gas. And what this means is that you are delivering 2 billion scoop of gas every day into this line, powering industries, powering power plants, creating gas-based industry. And this is the ultimate objective.
The project is said to be nearing completion with procurement at 88%, while engineering design stands at 93.48%, just as 94% of the total line pipes have been manufactured locally in order to boost local content. On the sidelines of the visit, journalists were told that upon completion, the project will facilitate development in the country.
This project, as the GMD has said, will trigger a lot of development after its completion by stopping gas flaring, then supporting gas-based industry, power generation, fertilizer company, and so forth. As you've seen the challenges involved, we are not unaware of those challenges. As they come, we tackle them. So, as I said, the pipeline construction is already 70-something%. Yes, we as well we are deploying more resources to complete it and deliver value to Nigeria.
The project was primarily conceived to revive ailing industries around the corridor. It will also feature construction of direct pipeline installation DPI across the River Niger, as well as several ongoing special constructions. Chamun Dabeng, Trust TV News, Abuja.
Barely days after the Eid al-Fitr in Nigeria, children in rural communities of Katsina State continue to pay Salah visits to relatives, friends, and families. In this process, gifts in cash or material exchange hands in appreciation, a situation that makes relationships solid, all in the spirit of Salah. This transfer of culture and traditions from one generation to another has been sustained, especially amongst the Hausa Fulani of northern Nigeria. Abdullahi Amadi visits some rural communities in Mani, Rimi, and Kaita local government areas of Katsina State and filed in this report.
From generation to generation, some beautiful Hausa Fulani cultures have persevered down the years. Many cultural practices have, on the other hand, suffered a serious setback, while few others are either at the verge of extinction or distorted. Happily, the tradition of Hausa Fulani people to organize some cultural events which spans at least a week after each Salah festival is still going strongly. Children save some pocket money to enable them attend and participate in some plays and performances at some of these cultural events. Children have their own unique ways of spending their savings like this. Many have forgotten this local drink, Kolora, at market places during each Salah festival in northern Nigeria. For these children, the choice is chlora, while other kids prefer this. However, some children are not only here for this plays and performances, but are here to make new friends, hang out, and pose for photographs at Jani Village Square Photo Shop. Some elderly people speak on the rich cultural heritage and its socio-economic impact on the residents. As far as I know, this culture has been here for over 50 years, and each Salah, children converge here to enjoy themselves their own ways. We have special drummers, dancers, and singers, mostly at night. Observers say traditions and cultures like this may soon disappear if nothing is done urgently to improve, consolidate, and preserve them. Abdullahi Ismayamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.
And now from the international scene, the United States Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that Sudan's warring generals had agreed to a 3-day ceasefire starting Tuesday after a previous bid to pause the conflict quickly disintegrated. Blinken said that the United States was also working with partners to set up a committee that would negotiate a permanent ceasefire in Sudan, where the conflict between rival generals descended into deadly violence 10 days ago. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres said that the violence in a country that flanks the Red Sea, Horn of Africa and Sahel regions risks a catastrophic conflagration that will engulf the whole region and beyond. He urged the 15 members of the UN Security Council to use their clout to return Sudan to the path of democratic transition after a 2021 military coup that followed the fall of longtime ruler Omar al-Bashir in a popular uprising. And with that, we've come to the end of Trust TV News Update. Do not forget to follow us across all our social media platforms. I am Sumaya Abubakar. Thanks for watching.